Okay, fuck it. But and the fail Kahoot. I did waste your time with that. Also, check out this shit.
Give me my speaker.
The fuck? Kid rages over what?
Give me.
Kid rages over friend taking his Beats XL
Speaker.
pill. What the fuck?
It's not fucking funny anymore. You take shit too far. No, I've got your fucking $300 piece of equipment. Fucking run around with it.
Is this about to get real?
Back. Give it back. Stop fucking touching it! I don't care who's over there. They can fuck right off.
He's serious, bro.
Give me my goddamn speaker!
Oh shit.
Give me fucking back!
Oh, he's pissed.
Give me my speaker! Give me my fucking speaker!
He's just fucking with him for the sake of the laugh.
Give it fucking back! Do you think I can fit this whole thing in my... Give me my speaker!
Why don't you just walk around and get it?
You're gonna run away.
Well, let's see.
What the fuck? That's so fucked up. Why would you do this? Why would you do this, bro?
Give me my speaker.
What an asshole.
Speaker!
That's fucked up. But the thing is that the guy doesn't understand that freaking out about it is gonna make them more inclined to like act like jerks, you know? They want reactions. If you've ever been in a serious situation,
Give me my speaker! God, I want my stuff! You fucking let go!
bro, at this point, okay, if I was that dude, okay, here we go. Now, some of you guys may not agree with this opinion, but if you've ever found yourself in a similar situation, and I'm talking about the guy whose speaker is currently being absconded by the other guy with the red shirt, they all got red shirts on. You gotta knock him out. Like, if you want to be taken seriously, as fucked up as it seems, they're willing to go that far to fuck with you just for the sake of getting a laugh. Like, I would get the initial laugh and then give it back to the guy. But I mean, like, and I wouldn't even go that far. I wouldn't even do that. But I mean, if he's still doing it at that point, like, the motherfucker has your shit in his hand. And he's still holding on to it. And bro, okay, and he finally let it go. Okay, so I mean, that's good. So you didn't have to resort to that. But if I've been in that situation before here in Brooklyn where it's like, it gets serious. And these dudes are like, oh, no, fuck that. No, we're not giving this shit back to you. Fuck that. You have to knock someone out. It's the only way sometimes. It's unfortunate that there are some barbaric, asshole, moronic, like, niggas that do that. I mean, don't do it if there's a whole squad. But if there's only one of them, I'm sorry, you gotta chin check him. You have to. You have to sometimes, to the ignorant, show dominance through physical means. And as caveman as that might seem, for a lot of people, especially those who grow up in broken households with parents that are abusive or something, getting physical is the only way to get through. Don't do it if there's a squad, but if there's one of them, clean him up real quick, and he'll know not to do this shit again. A lot of people think that, oh, when you attack, it makes them retaliate later, or something else might happen, and it might get worse. No. A lot of the time, the people that have that same mentality to do such acts are actually pussy niggas. I've done it plenty of times and got respect afterwards because, you know, they're like, oh, okay, my bad, you know, I didn't know it was that serious or whatever. There was a time in high school where this dude in the lunchroom would constantly throw bread at my head. And it was like the little breads that they give you, the little buns, like the little White Castle shit. He would always throw it at my head in the lunchroom. And whenever I said, yo, man, that's not cool, he'd be like, yo, I was just joking, bro. Don't take it so seriously. It's just a joke. And everybody would laugh it off. And it was like, oh, he's just joking. It's okay. So I was like, all right, it was a joke. Whatever. But it still pissed me off that he was doing it. And so one day he had done it like 3 times in the session. He had good aim. He hit me right in the back of my head. And I was like, oh, okay. And I don't know what happened that day. I'm not trying to sound like I went Super Saiyan or whatever, but it was just, it wasn't even a bad day for me. I had been making out with my girlfriend in the morning, and, you know, I was in a good mood. I had like, I got like a super good grade on my test. It was at lunchtime, and, you know, everything was all hunky-dory. And he did it 3 times. And the 3rd time, everybody was just laughing and shit, like, oh, you know, that's so funny, his aim's so good. And it's like everything went blank in my head. It's like everything just, like, you know, like, it, you know those, like, Zawardo memes with just, like, that's what it felt like in my head. All reason and logic, I didn't even anticipate this happening. It just all went white. And I stood up, and the thing that made it crazy is the way I walked towards him. It didn't look like I was going to confront him. It just looked like I was going to throw something away in the garbage can or talk to a peer of mine at the other lunch table. I just walked calmly. And as I walked past the row that he was sitting in, because you know how those lunch tables are, they're long and you have to walk, you know, past the side of them. I just turned casually and walked towards him, and I took my bag off. So I guess it seemed like I was about to sit down. And as I was in the process of taking off the bag, man, I'll never forget this shit. I will never forget this shit. And the crazy part is that Ben wasn't in school that day. So I mean, he can't reminisce, but there were some people that saw that shit. If I brought up somebody from high school and I told them about it, they remember this shit. I had my book bag on, right? And I took it off casually, and I just made it seem like I was gonna sit down. And as I was literally mid, like, putting it on the ground, I just dropped it, and I kid you not, the most insane punch of my life just fucking... I'm telling you, if I tried to replicate that now, I don't think it would be possible, because I used to lift weights better, and it just... Boom! I hit that dude so fucking hard. He was on the ground, laid out for like 10 seconds. And it just, I don't know why it happened like that. It just fucking snapped. Everything went, I'm telling you, there was no logic in my brain. I had no thoughts. It literally just happened. I didn't say I gotta prove myself or like I need to retaliate or there has to be some kind of way I can like, you know, it just came out of me and it's boom. And the dude just, motherfuck, man. I'm telling, and ever since, he never did it again. He never did that shit again. It was the most insane shit. And there was another instance that something similar to that happened too. Because there was someone else that saw, and at some point later in high school, they were like throwing pens at me or whatever. And you know, it's like, okay, well, it wasn't as serious as like the buns from the high school lunchroom, but I mean, the dude was throwing pens, and at one point, I was just sitting there in class, in the homeroom, and then I got up, Ben was there for this one, Ben remembers this shit, and I literally just flipped the fucking table, and I stormed out of the room, and everybody in the room was like, what the fuck, and they all, yo, Etika, what are you doing? Well, they said that, yo, Daz, what are you doing? And I was like, I fucking rushed at that nigga's room. I busted that door open, and my teacher, my homeroom teacher, he came, yo, what are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? And I was like, I was, it was fucking crazy. Sometimes you gotta snap. Every now and then, you gotta snap. You gotta send a message, and it's so wrong that you gotta do so. You would wish that society could just be, no. If you're going to a school in the hood, especially, you gotta snap sometimes. It's just a fact of society. How many people in here have had similar situations? Because the thing is that I never get mad about shit. I never like react strongly to things. I always am lighthearted about everything. I mean, look at the way I run my channel and my streams. I mean, I don't take shit seriously. But if you consistently annoy me or persist at something and it constantly comes out and it's like, it builds up. I don't let it be known. Like, you could piss me off right before the point of breaking and I'll still be like, whatever, it's okay. But I mean, you know, don't do it again. I'll keep a calm demeanor, and that's the thing that like is misleading, because I could be ready to snap at any time, and I'll just be like, no, I'll express my discomfort, but I'll do it in the most rational way possible. And if you go over that one time, I mean, but anyways, sorry to, I went on that fucking long ass story for no reason, and I fucking missed like 1 million donations. Sorry about that, boys.